How's it, everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Royal Rumble 2016 pay-per-view review. Of course, the Royal Rumble got off the air not too long ago, and coming out of this show, what a great show we got here from WWE. Even though they've been pretty much garbage the last few weeks, WWE was able to pull together and produce us with a great show here, and I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. This is by far the best Rumble pay-per-view in years. I honestly don't remember the last time I enjoyed a Royal Rumble pay-per-view as much as I did tonight than I have in the last couple of years. So definitely WWE was able to pull together and pull off an awesome Rumble pay-per-view, in my opinion, and I just really enjoyed it. Had a great time. Great show here from WWE. Of course, before the pay-per-view started, we had the kickoff, which is an hour prior to the pay-per-view, which was actually a pretty good kickoff. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It was actually enjoyable. Lawler got demoted, I guess you can say, to the pre-show panel. He did a pretty good job. He's heel now, in case you didn't know, so it's always good to hear heel Jerry Lawler. For the most part, the kickoff was, like I said, it was good. You had a backstage skit with the Social Outcast backstage, which I thought was great. I thought that was really good. Heath Slater was gold in that segment, I thought, and just all four members of them did a pretty good job, I thought. So I really enjoyed their work they were able to provide there in that segment. And then, of course, we had the kickoff match, which was a Fatal 4-Way match to determine the Fatal 4-Way match for the winning team to qualify for the Royal Rumble match, which was the Dudley Boyz versus the Ascension versus Darren and Damien Sandow, who got a monstrous pop, by the way, and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. This match was okay. It was it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great by any means. Definitely the crowd was getting hot for this, and Damien Sandow, the most over guy in this match. Everyone cheering for him. Sandow got some of his signature stuff in. He came out with the robe, did the Kobito Akiat elbow, just did his old school Damien Sandow stuff, and the crowd was loving it. He was all they really cared about in this match. But besides that, like I said, just an average match. Nothing too bad, but nothing that good in this match at all. Ending came was a very screwed up finish, might I add. Looked like the Dudley Boyz was going to win. They hit 3D on, I believe, Victor of the Ascension. Someone from the Ascension hit 3D on, and then they went for the pin, and it was like a whole confused thing because I guess Connor was supposed to break up the pin, but he didn't break it up. Him and Devon had like a weird stare down as the ref was counting, and then Mark Henry pulled out the referee, or Jack Swagger pulled out someone and put someone in the ankle lock. Mark Henry had a splash on Bubba Ray, and they ended up pinning Victor. It was a weird finish, and very odd, and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger won to advance to the Royal Rumble match. Why, I don't know, but whatever floats their boat, I guess. So that was the kickoff. On the pay-per-view itself, it opened up with the last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Definitely a hot way to start the show here. Great stuff from both guys. Great last man standing match. Right away, both men just absolutely killing each other. Little things I loved was the fact that when Ambrose came out, he took the title and laid it on the mat. It was like, you want it, come get it. Little things like that I absolutely love. But these two went to war. They killed each other. They took out all the weapons. They took out kendo sticks, chairs, tables. Ambrose threw Owens over the announce table, and Owens absolutely killed Cole, and Cole was pretty much dead. And you can tell he was pissed because when he got back on the headset, he was like, "Yeah, get him, Ambrose, get him!" Like, he was really enthusiastic about it because it looked like he really got pissed. But just a whole bunch of creative spots here as well. Owens was really just decimating Ambrose with chairs and really, killing him. And of course, Ambrose was fighting back, hit dirty deeds once on Owens, sorry. Then he hit another dirty deeds on Owens onto a chair, but Owens got up. So I really like this match. I really like the little things as well. I've already mentioned the little things, but ring awareness was really used in this match as well. Like when Owens was down for the count, he'd roll out of the ring so he'd stand on his feet before the 10 count. Little ring awareness things like that in a match really, is really good. I really like those little things like that. But yeah, just absolutely killing each other, and I enjoyed every second of it. And this is a great last man standing match. Definitely a great way to kick off the show. Ending was great. Owens was going for the a moonsault. He set up a bunch of chairs and put a chair on top, put Ambrose on it. He was going for the moonsault through to put moonsault Ambrose through the chairs, but Ambrose got up, pushed them through 2 tables, went through them both, and then of course got the count of 10. So Dean Ambrose retains the Intercontinental Championship and is their last man standing. Awesome match here. Another thing I forgot to mention, I just got reminded of it, is they actually changed up the barricade spot. Your typical spears at the barricade spot you always get by the timekeeper. Owens actually did a cannonball into the barricade, putting Ambrose through it. So I thought that was a unique way to do a different barricade spot, because you always get the spears of the barricade. So the cannonball to the barricade was pretty cool. Or like their thinking there. But yeah, great last man standing match to kick off the show. From there we go on to the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The New Day versus Usos. Of course, the New Day debuting Francesca 2, a new trombone they got. And this match itself was it was pretty good. You know, it was pretty solid. There were some little mishaps, some little misunderstandings because there was some screw-ups in the match. But besides that, for the most part, it was a pretty enjoyable tag team match. Good back and forth stuff. Xavier Woods wasn't as obnoxious on ringside. You know, every now and then he did the trombone, but for the most part, he was kind of quiet and didn't really do as much as he usually does. So I was a little disappointed by that. But fun tag team match. One of the mishaps that happened was one of the Usos went for a super kick, and I think Kofi Kingston went to like a spin kick, and they kind of like, it just looked really weird. It was really weird. But, you know, the crowd was firmly behind New Day, of course. They booed the Usos, especially when the Usos almost won the tag team titles. Of course, they had a super kick on Kofi, followed by the splashes, but Kofi got his foot on the rope, so that was good. And, of course, Xavier Woods got involved a little bit, which led to the finish, which was one of the Usos going for the splash on the Kofi, but Big E tagged in, when he wasn't paying attention. Went for the splash, Big E caught him, and hit the big ending for the 1, 2, 3. So, awesome finish there. I really liked that finish. I would have wished, though, like, when Uso jumped, that Big E would have like caught him down into it, not just caught him then went forward. I think it would have been a lot better if he jumped and Big E caught him in midair and hit it. I think that would have been a better finish, but it was still great no matter what. So great stuff from both teams there. From there we go to the United States Championship match. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. This is why I like to use notes. I'm not using notes right now on my phone, but they open up the show with a skit with Vince McMahon pulling into the arena saying how there's going to be a new champion tonight or whatever. Just a little skit right there, but I just thought I'd mention that real quick since I just got reminded of it somehow. But after the tag team title match, we had the United States Championship match, Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto. Another match where it wasn't really clicking. There were some botches and screw-ups. You definitely tell Kalisto went for, I don't know what the hell he went for. Like, he just jumped on Del Rio's back, and it looked like a huge, like, blah. It was really, really weird. But this is a very solid match, I thought. You know, I don't think this has been their best match. I would say their match on SmackDown when Del Rio won the title back from him was their best match so far. But this is still good stuff here from both teams, or both guys, not both teams. A solid match, I enjoyed it. Kalisto looked good fighting back against Del Rio. Of course, Del Rio trying to rip off his mask throughout the entire match. But it was good stuff, you know. Del Rio was trying to hit his double foot stomp, but Kalisto wasn't having it. Kalisto actually hit the Selena del Sol on Del Rio off the ropes, but Del Rio got to the ropes. And then out of nowhere, you know, Kalisto hits the Selena del Sol again on Del Rio for the 1, 2, 3 victory. So Kalisto is your brand new United States champion. Mind-boggling what they're thinking, because literally it was like, what, 2 weeks ago Kalisto won the U.S. title, and the very next night he lost it, and then he won it back here. It's just, I don't know what the hell they're going with this direction with this feud. It wouldn't surprise me if Kalisto loses the title tomorrow night on Raw, just because that's, you know, he lost it the first time in one day, so we're not here. So, I mean, I'm very happy for Kalisto. I don't know what the logic is behind having him win it, then lose it, then win it back. To me, it makes absolutely no sense. The U.S. title has already changed hands 3 times this year, so I don't know what they're thinking with the title right now. But fun match, I thought, for the most part, even though there was some miscommunications for the most part, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun match. But yeah, Kalisto, U.S. champion, well deserved. From there, I'm going to the Divas Championship match, Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. This was good. You know, I like they had a pretty good technical wrestling match. You know, Ric Flair was great at ringside as always. I always enjoy Ric Flair at ringside. He's always hilarious in one way or another. He actually kissed Becky Lynch when he was trying to distract her. He kissed her, and people were complaining about that. I don't know why. It's just a kiss. Come on, people. He didn't sexually assault her. It's just, I don't know why people blew up over that, but that was pretty funny, I thought. But it was a solid match, you know. Becky Lynch got some near falls, of course, almost win the championship. The crowd was filling behind her, so she was able to lock in the armbar a few times. You know, and the crowd was really anticipating Charlotte to tap out, but of course Ric Flair got involved. And the final time she locked in the disarmer, Flair threw his jacket on top of her, which I thought was pretty funny. And then she turned around, Charlotte gave her a nice spear for the 1, 2, 3 victory. So Charlotte retains the Divas Championship. After the match, she beats down Becky Lynch, pretty much saying like, hey, you know, I retained, whatever, beating her down. As she's beating her down, all of a sudden, Sasha Banks' music hits and the crowd erupts. Huge pop for Sasha Banks. She comes out, pretty much stares down Charlotte, turns around, attacks Becky, shakes hands with Charlotte, does her little handshake thing, where the hell it was. As Charlotte's leaving, Sasha Banks hits the bake statement from out of nowhere, locks her in the submission, puts her in it, and then holds the Divas title up. So hopefully that means we're getting Sasha Banks and Charlotte at WrestleMania. That's the best scenario they can go from here. That's the best thing they could have done since they got brought up to the main roster last summer, to be honest. But I'm really excited, you know. It's gonna be good when Sasha wins that title. It's gonna be a good time, because Charlotte as champion right now, it's not a good time. So really good Divas match, followed by a phenomenal post-match segment with Sasha Banks coming back, so because that was absolute gold. And then, of course, from there on out, we go on to the main event, which was the 2016 Royal Rumble match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, this match starting out with Roman Reigns and Rusev. Right from the get-go, this is a very fun Rumble match. This is by far the best Rumble match in years. Not even just like the overall pay-per-view, the best one in years, but like the Rumble match itself has been the best Rumble match, in my opinion, since probably 2008. This was a really fun Rumble match. You know, Roman and Rusev started off right away. Rusev gets thrown out like right away. I don't know why, but yeah, they had Reigns eliminate Rusev right from the get-go. Number 3 comes out. None other than the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ Styles making his WWE debut in the Royal Rumble match. Huge pop. Everyone's firmly behind AJ. It's such a surreal moment seeing AJ Styles in a WWE ring and hearing Michael Cole yell at AJ Styles' name. It's just like, wow, this is really happening, and it's no pun intended to his nickname, but like it really was a phenomenal moment when he debuted in the Rumble match. It was just, oh man, just goosebumps just thinking about it. It was incredible, and I loved absolutely every second of it. And of course, you know, for the first half of the Rumble, well, not the first half, I'd say like for the first 10 guys that came out, like guys like Curtis Axel or whoever, they pretty much just got thrown out right away. But the Rumble match actually picked up and it became a pretty good Rumble match. You know, you had a bunch of guys in the ring at once, which I like because that's the purpose of the Rumble match, is to get as many guys in the ring as you can as possible, not just a guy come in, thrown out within 5 seconds and go on. To me, I hate when they do that. I absolutely hate when they just throw guys right out right away when they get in the ring. To me, that's not the point of the Rumble match. The point of the Rumble match is to have as many guys in the ring as possible and throwing everyone out. That's what it's supposed to be, not just 2 guys thrown out. You know, that's pointless. But fun Rumble, you know, Jericho lasted in the Rumble the longest. He had like a 50-minute streak in there. I don't know why he lasted the longest for. AJ was in there for about a half an hour maybe. I think it was like 20 to 30 minutes, somewhere between that mark I think he was in the Rumble for. But AJ looked pretty good, you know, he teased the Styles Clash a few times. Wasn't able to hit it because it's someone they'd always got the predicament and whatnot. So that was a good tease there. We had Sami Zayn come out in the Rumble. He came out and him and Kevin Owens had a nice stare down and attacked each other. And Sami Zayn actually eliminated Kevin Owens. So that was awesome. You know, hopefully that leads to something to WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping for. But for the most part, we didn't get a lot of surprises in the Rumble match besides AJ and Sami. But for the most part, it was still fun. You know, the Wyatt family was pretty dominant in this match. You know, they're pretty much tossing people out left and right until Brock Lesnar came out. Brock Lesnar came out, just pretty much threw the Wyatt family out right away until Bray Wyatt came out. And then, of course, the Wyatt family came back, attacked Brock Lesnar, and threw him out of the ring. So that was pretty dumb. You know, Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt feud, I don't really care for. I don't think it'll be that great. I could be wrong, but Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt WrestleMania is not something appealing at all. That's like a battleground match right there, but that's a different story for another day. And then, of course, you know, Roman Reigns actually got taken out during, I forgot, it was sometime in the middle of the match. League of Nations came out with Vince. They took Reigns out, put him to the table. He got stretchered out, or, you know, he powered out of the stretcher and walked back on his own. So Reigns wasn't even in the match majority of it. He was in the first half and got taken out and then came out at the very end. Right after 29 came out, Reigns just came running down the ring, clearing house. And of course, as he's doing his pose in the middle of the ring, number 30 hits none other than Triple H comes out, makes his return. Him and Reigns have a nice stare down and have a nice exchange. So they go at it. There's still like at least, I want to say, a good 7 or 8 people in the ring still when Triple H came out. So like it wasn't down to like a couple people when Triple H came out. There was still a ring full of people. Ziggler actually almost eliminated Triple H on a handful of occasions, which I thought was great. I thought it was pretty funny. R-Truth, I forgot. How can I forget the spot of the night of the match? R-Truth come running down, taking a ladder out of the ring, throwing the ladder in the ring, and climbing up to it, and he's going up the ladder like, where's it at? Confused Truth is the best. The fact that everyone stops in their tracks to stare at him like, look at this idiot climb the ladder and wins the Rumble match. That was just absolute gold. I loved every second of it. I thought it was a great moment right there. I was absolutely laughing my ass off at that. And of course, you know, he got taken down and thrown out of the ring. So that was a great moment with R-Truth there. But a very fun Rumble match. The Final Four came down to Sheamus, Triple H, Reigns, and Ambrose. Reigns threw Sheamus out, which led to Triple H throwing Reigns out. The bottom 2 was Triple H and Roman Reigns, or Triple H and Dean Ambrose, sorry. So it was like, wow. You would think, I thought for sure it'd be on Triple H and Roman Reigns, but I thought it was pretty cool. It came on the Triple H and Dean Ambrose. And, you know, Dean Ambrose actually almost won. He actually almost threw Triple H over the top rope. Ambrose went for another knee, I believe, you know, to like hit him off the rope. So Triple H, you know, hit him right in the stomach with his head and then just threw him over the top rope, won the Royal Rumble match to become the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So Triple H is headlining WrestleMania 32 as the champion, which pretty much anyone, you know, who's been paying attention since TLC knew it was going to happen. Triple H is going to defend the title against Roman Reigns most likely at WrestleMania now in the main event, which I don't have a problem with at this point. You know, I was against it. I mean, I was all for the match, just not for the championship, but you know what? With Brock Lesnar being a feud with Bray Wyatt, it only makes sense for that match to be the title match, so, you know, let it be, I guess. But overall, like I said, very fun Rumble pay-per-view. The Rumble match was very fun. Like I said, we didn't get too many surprises besides Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. My mind went blank there for a second, but it was a very fun match. Very fun, just very enjoyable match overall. With a lot of, you know, people in the ring at once. Just a great Rumble match. I really enjoyed it. Great Rumble pay-per-view. Really good card. You know, just a whole bunch of fun. And I can't wait to see the road to WrestleMania going forward because, you know, so far it's off to a great start. So let's hope that it keeps that, you know, momentum going into WrestleMania. So that'll do it for my Royal Rumble pay-per-view review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your guys' thoughts in the comments below about the pay-per-view if you'd like. And until next time for the next video, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching the video.